Hey y'all, it's your lovely Wednesday Adams, and I am coming to you after a long single mom, hard day running around, taking care of the kids, feeding the kids, and then picking up after them, and then trying to get them in gear to go to Urban Air, this jumping place we have in town that's fun for kids. Anyway, long story short, that's been my entire summer. Um, I haven't been doing as much activism as I would like to do. Um, oh yeah, I'm wearing my Gloomy Bear shirt, just so y'all know. And I got it on clearance at Hot Topic, even though that has nothing to do with this whole video. But um, okay, so I'm gonna kind of tell you guys how things have been going because I haven't been posting much lately. So most of the summer, I spent most of my summer in the house, not doing much. Not really taking the kids out, just kind of, I don't know, just being in this weird funk. Like, I don't know. I can't really explain it. Just feeling like I want to do so much for the country, and trying to help it in different ways, big and small. And I just, with the kids, I haven't had the time to. But I also want to give the kids a good summer. So towards the end, we went to the Dells with a really good friend of mine. And then I went and visited some really amazing friends whom I met in DC, my Burning River Brigade. I consider every single one of them like family to me. So I stayed with my friends Nico and Adrian. Unfortunately, I was still getting over a cold. We did everything we could to try to prevent them from getting sick, hand washing and hand sanitizing and covering our coughs, even though we were at the end of our illness. They all got sick anyway. Anyway, so summer's been kind of crazy. Kids are starting school in about a week, which leads me to my point. Um, yeah, sorry for those of you who really don't care about my personal life. I make videos specifically about my personal life. I vlog. Um, so it's just video blogging or whatever. Politics wasn't generally, activism wasn't a thing. I was really, I didn't have it in the cards for me. But when Donald Trump took office, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to stand back and watch the country that I was born in and that I love very much burn to pieces. And that's what this regime is doing, and many people don't see it and they don't realize it. And it's like, so what can we do as people to combat that? I've seen it in other clips, but I've also thought of this myself. Just small acts of resistance. Um, Stickers on gas pumps. I did that stickers wherever you feel they're suitable for it. Go ahead and put it in that spot. There's sidewalk chalk messages and sidewalk chalk. There's leaving flyers for protests and other news related to Trump, even like the Epstein files, even those in the library and other places for maybe go to a conservative event and, hand a bunch out, you know? Print out flyers for the general strike. Maybe more and more people will start to realize that that is probably the only peaceful solution out of this problem that we're having. I mean, there's literally a ton of topics I could discuss with you today, but I want to discuss with you the fact that I've seriously thought about leaving America because I have two young boys, 13 and an autistic, almost 6-year-old. And I feel like there's no future for them in America. And I say that because I see a lot of people fighting back, but it's not enough. We're still allowing the billionaires and these corrupted people at the top to basically use our tax dollars to let, I'm just an example, just jets fly over DC and the Capitol until the morale improves, but each flyover costs some I can't remember if it was thousands or millions of dollars, but that's a lot of money. Like, I mean, so my point is, do we really want our tax dollars going to wars that were unnecessary, or to just to Israel? Do we want our tax dollars going to fund the war that's causing our gas to go up and our food prices? Do we want our allies as our enemies? I don't. I sure as hell don't. But at this rate, that's where we're at. We are the laughing stock of the world, people. That is not the America I grew up in. And I sure as hell hope it's not the America that you want your kids to grow up in. That's why I'm doing something about it. And I want to do interviews with people. I just got to come up with some questions. I want to see kind of where everybody's heart is at. And I want to see if they're doing activism, and if not, why. Things like that. Just random people too, that's just an example. I would like to knock doors for some of our Democratic candidates, because voting, you need to vote. You need to get all your friends to vote. Do it. We can't afford this election. I don't believe we lost the last one, but nobody really contested it, so whoop-de-shit, we're stuck with dipshits that don't know what the hell they're doing in our White House. So now you need to vote, and that's the start of the solution to the problem. There's many problems with America. We're divided. We don't need to be. We can have our opinions. We can have our opinions and talk civilly, but we all need to focus on the common ground. The common ground is that we all, have something that we love and that we are passionate about, and we care about that thing. Well, we can care about it, and we're all humans, and we all need to empathize with each other, and that's what I want to see. Communities coming together, not just being on social media like I am right now, but because that seems to be the only way to reach people, I feel like it's important to do a video on why we need to speak face to face, me and you, eye contact. We need more of that. That's where we start. That mutual aid, we need to start trusting each other. We have to trust each other. There's not enough activism going on. There's not enough, and I truly, this is a motto that I live by. If you're not resisting, you're assisting. Silence is not an option anymore. America's in danger. Our children are in danger. We have no allies to back us because Trump is pushing them all away, and rightfully so. So let's do something about this problem. Let's have more protests. I live in Rockford, Illinois. I would love for my friends to join me in a day of solidarity for Americans to be free, for ICE to get what they deserve, and for this administration, Article 2, Section 4, all of them. These are just some things we could protest about. No ICE. Free Palestine. No wars. Reform the police. I'm not a huge police fan, but I don't have an option for defunding the police. I don't have like a replacement theory in that sense. So major reform on the police, like psych evaluations, like maybe regular psych evaluations, some sort of racist test, because so many cops are, I just witnessed via video, because my friend took the video, an incident of a cop beating a black kid on the street, and it looked like there was no damn reason for it whatsoever. I think maybe he was speeding or something like that, but it wasn't like he was running away from the cops. and he was a kid, and they beat him in the head. And I saw this on video. They beat him in the head. They were wailing on him on the ground. His shoes flew off, and they tased him. So racism is a huge problem in America, you know, and we can't always help the racists, but there are moderate conservatives out there, and it is worth having that talk with them. We all, as Americans, do need to pull together. And I used to be I still am not fond of MAGA, but the ones that can change, I would give them a chance to prove themselves that they're really in this fight with us. I have empathy. I was born with it. I have kids. I have to have patience. And us Americans, we shouldn't flee the country. We shouldn't flee the country. We should fight for our country that we live in, because we have more power than the billionaires do. We can fight with our money. We can fight with our voice. We can fight together at protests. We can still do petitions. We need to vote. Any little thing that you can think to do, even going on Google Maps and go into the Gulf of quote unquote America and telling them that their information is wrong. That is a form of resistance. There are so many things we can do, big and small. Let's do them together. And always, as always, I love you all. Take care of yourselves. That's the only way we're going to win this fight together, guys. I know some days can be hard. Trust me, I feel it too. Trust me, boy. The feels. Anyway, I love you all. Take care of yourselves. Bye.